How's it going, guys? So we're gonna be starting a new Diablo 2 walkthrough. Some of the following games I wanted to do game reviews just not gonna happen. My PC just can't handle them. We're talking like dinosaur PC. So Diablo is pretty much where we're gonna be sticking until I can get a new PC, hopefully this summer. So we're basically gonna be doing an Enchantress sword, two-handed sword only sorceress. Try saying that 3 times fast. So basically, I have my camera, my health globe, so you can see what skills we're going to be using. So we're going to be using Warmth and Enchant. Now, Enchant you can't get until level 18 anyways, but it does gain bonuses from Warmth. So those are the two main ones we're going to be focusing. And because she's going to be a squishy sorceress in the beginning, you're going to be focusing on putting points into your frozen armor until you reach level 18. And as for your lightning skills, you're going to have to get teleport, and then eventually we're going to get energy shield. Now, how does it work in Diablo 1 was the fact that once you dumped enough points into your energy shield, you were pretty much invincible. You could not die as long as you had mana. I'm going to put that theory to the test and see if it actually works in Diablo 2. Except instead of just using staffs and stuff like that, I'm going to be using a two-handed sword that has enchant. Now, enchant's really good, especially if you're in battle nets and you're planning to do like cows or something like that. There's always some sort of like level 88 or level 98 or 99 sorceress that's got a maxed out like level 46, level 50 enchant that just enchants you up in your mercenary. You go in there and kill cows. But I haven't seen anyone actually do a type of walkthrough like that before. And now Enchant is going to take bonuses from Warmth, so those are going to be the ones we're going to be focusing on right there. Like I said, this is not until level 18. Lightning ones, teleports, and Energy Shield, once again level 18. Energy Shield's not until level 24. Neither one of these takes bonuses from Lightning Mastery, so any of your offensive skills we're not going to worry about. Energy Shield does take points. Where's that Mana Shield? Yeah, Energy Shield. Does take points from Telekinesis. You want to dump points at that point, you can if you want to. And then with Frozen Armor, it only takes bonuses from like some of the offensive stuff, but doesn't take anything from Cold Mastery, so you don't have to really worry about that. But we're going to be basically just dumping points into this, and then Warmth and Telekinesis, and get those up, and then eventually we'll reset her to once we reach level 24, so where she can actually use Energy Shield. As for stats wise, video cam may actually be blocking that, but because we're not going to be using the long distance spells and offensive spells like that, so we're going to be focusing on the actual stats for her. Strength and dexterity. Strength you're going to use as much as you need. Since most of our characters usually max out around level 40 anyways, I think maybe the average amount of strength is going to be maybe 80. Dexterity is going to be the one you're really going to worry about the most because it's going to be based on attack rating, and Enchant does boost up your attack rating a certain amount on top of giving you a certain amount of fire damage too. Vitality, just put points in there, and energy will be another thing. Put points in there too. It seems kind of counter redundant to put energy points in there until you reach level 24. That's choice optional, but since I'm not really using any offensive spells, I'll pretty much just dump most of my points into Vitality for now. Because even at a level 1 enchant, it's only going to take 25 mana, so it's not really going to take that much. But once we reach level 24, I'm going to take all those points out of Vitality and stick them into Energy. And we're going to see how well the shield actually holds up. So this is going to be our new walkthrough. Enchanted two-handed sword sorceress only run. Mercenary wise, I'm probably gonna still stick with an Act 2 mercenary, until she gets a little further in the game, and then I might switch to an Act 1, depending how bulky she can actually be. Boss wise is still like Duriel and Mephisto and Travical are still gonna be, I'd say, pretty difficult just because of their hydras and Mephisto's poison, stuff like that. But once we reach a certain high enough level, I think we should very much dominate almost anyone in the game. But yeah. For weather-wise, the storm is supposed to end today, and we're supposed to get next 3 days nothing but rain, and then hopefully I think it's next 3 days of sunny. So you guys may get this recording get these videos either to this week or next week, because I'm recording this on Tuesday. So like I said, it all depends because we're still on town backup generator, so I don't know what's going to happen. You know, we're actually getting an extremely late winter when we normally should be getting like November. We're getting it in March, so I can't can't be held with the weather. But hope you guys will enjoy this next walkthrough, and stay tuned. All right, guys, we're here. They just bought a bunch of standard stuff. I had just some random staff that was just laying around on our druid that we kept for some oddball reason. So she'll just use that until we can get a two-handed sword and stuff like that. So. Hopefully the audio should be a lot better. Damn. Might have to give me something to drink. I didn't think I'd have to get anything to drink before I started this goddamn recording, but apparently so. Getting that goddamn raspy voice. But as I go into the details, I had like 12 games that picked out on Steam that were all completely free, and like 8 of them actually worked. Or no, excuse me, 6 of them actually worked. But because how old my PC is, I have like 16 gigabytes in my computer, but my motherboard can only handle 8. So it extremely limits you to what games you can actually play, and because computers, even building your own, are just too damn expensive at the moment, you know. So it's like an OBS takes about 2 gigabytes just to run itself. So you're pretty much limited to amounts you can actually play, and some of the games I just want to play were either just too laggy with OBS running them, or I could just hear my computer just ramming up just to process the power it needs just to run OBS in the goddamn game. I'm just like, just not worth it. So, and Diablo 2 is just the only game that really just seems to work the best, which is a huge disappointment. Because I would love to expand my horizon of games, but until I get a better PC, you know, it's just not gonna happen. And building your own PC is even more expensive, especially if you go to those places like that say, yeah, you know, we'll build your PC for you, just put in your stuff that you need and whatever game requirements or whatever games you want to play. And last time I did that, it was gonna cost me like $1,500 just to get a brand new game PC. I'm just like, I'm not spending that goddamn much. You know, that's just ridiculous. I can go on Amazon and get a PC for half that price. So, but I think that's gonna be my main goal this summer, is just save up and get a better PC. So that's the best I can do. Let me see here. I'm gonna run in town, go to Arctic since we get that to level 2. I think the height of our gear is gonna get me to like level 7. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll grind her up till like level 7, and then we'll switch over to player 7 after that. It's gonna make things interesting, especially for Nidariel. But I was looking through some of my gear that I have. The requirement for the best sword that I have is not to like level 25. I think it's like the Grandfather or something like that. It's either the Grandfather or the Patriarch. And either way, it's like 80 dexterity with 100 strength. So, you know, we'll have to put our stats around that area. One of the things I can say is that if the game becomes too difficult to the point where I can't actually beat it, that will be the end of the walkthrough. But so far, of all my challenges that we've actually done, I haven't really come across that problem yet. You know, there wasn't some workaround with it. 3 mana shrines in one area? That's insane. Let's see what that's. I'm gonna mark my keys here. Having that extra defense is gonna be really helpful, especially since she's gonna be a frontline character, which most sorceresses are gonna be like backline. You're shooting your spells off and crap like that. So, oh, and we named her Hesta too, which is the Greek goddess of Hearthfire, and some other things I can't remember. So, Wait, did I get an amulet? The hell did I pick that thing up from? Alright. Hello, Warrive. Greetings, stranger. Trust me, Warrive, we've done this about 20 times. Warrive, he's a little forgetful, but you know, how many champions have passed through the road camp? But, yeah, with the weather the way it is, like I said, it's going to be like more rain. So rain's not as bad, but because of the amount of snow we have piled up, you know, it's going to be affecting some stuff. Hopefully not to the point where I won't be able to do any recordings, because when our power went out, we went without power for 17 hours. So, I'm not really going to worry about warmth just yet. I can always reset my stats, dude, so screw it. Yeah, 9%. Huh. I think I'll pretty much just dump most of our points into, you know what? Screw that. Let me reset this shit. I should have more points in that. Warmth I'm not really worried about yet until we pretty much reset our stats, and then we can even them out after that. I'm just going to worry more about our defense, so having higher frozen shield is going to be better. But as I was saying, with the whole rain thing, it's going to melt all that snow away and stuff too, so that'll definitely will affect internet connection, power connection, that. We went, like I said, we went without power for 17 hours. So that's typical normal up here where you live where I live, so. But, oh, and, well, I think about it too. Since we are in March, well, I'm just thinking about it, I will be going back to work full time somewhere in the end of March to the beginning of April. So, instead of getting you guys videos for 5 days a week, you guys will get them back to the standard Monday and Tuesday, and possibly Wednesdays, since Wednesdays tend to be my short days. So that's just giving you guys that update there too, because eventually I will be going back to work full time again. So it's like as much as I like the winter time off. I mean, it's just like being stuck in the house and then not being able to do anything because it's just constantly either raining or snowing is kind of depressing. It really is. It's just like just pretty much stuck in the house all goddamn day and you can't really do anything. And just like, I gotta get out of the house. Give me a goddamn sunny day. What time I got here? 7.5 minutes? Oh, yeah, we'll be able to finish up. Dead. And I looked at that too. It was the Werebear first drew the blind playthrough of the Werebear. It got 130 views. I was shocked that it even got that high. But you know, being in a blind walkthrough, I mean, kind of makes sense because, like I said, no one ever plays Werebear, so you pretty much got to experience what I got to experience. So how broken he can actually be too. Make sure we get our shield up there. And I do know that I'm super excited for is that come March 21st of this year, Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out, which is awesome. And then June, or no, is it 21st or 22nd? I can't remember. I think it's the 21st. I think it's like June 22nd of this year too. We're getting the Elden Ring DLC, so that's going to be awesome too. If anyone doesn't know what Elden Ring is basically just, if you ever heard of Dark Souls, think more of an advanced version of that. Preferably, I still prefer Dark Souls 2 more, even though it gets the most hate out of all the Souls games, like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, you know, stuff like that. So, and if you never heard of Dragon's Dogma, it's one of the games I always talk about sometimes on my channel. I highly recommend it. If you like JRPG games, you'll love Dragon's Dogma. It's a really good game. That was the last enemy. Oh. I take that back. Group of enemies. I want to say that the required stats is like 30, 35 for the first sword, for the first two-handed sword before Charcy starts to sell them, but I do not remember.
This cave has been purged of evil.
Yes, it has. I think the rest of the champions we will not be doing walkthroughs for is... I think like the Amazon's got like one good one left in her, and that's about it. Same thing with the Necromancer too. So those two will probably be like the very final ones I'll ever do walkthroughs for, because we pretty much just burned them out. So.
You have cleansed.
Oh yeah, you get special dialogue with Fakaro too if you haven't seen it. Well,
Greetings, young sorceress. It is good to see more of your kind at work in the world these dark days. In my opinion, the world needs more women to fight against the great shadow. But I'm forgetting my manners.
yeah, people always say magic is always the cause for evil. I wouldn't say magic's the cause of it. It's the people that use it is the cause of it. It's like the whole statement about having a bad child or having a bad pet. You know, you blame the child or blame the pet for being bad, but you don't blame the parents for it. You know, when it's the parents or the owner, they're the ones actually raising that person or that animal to be what they are. You know. Level anyways. 4. Can't use Inferno's Cranium until 5. So. Oh, we got big boys. What the hell is this? Oozehorn the Unholy. I don't have my glasses with me either. So. Well, Mr. Oozehorn, you just got your ass kicked by a non-spell. Or is that non-offensive spell sorcerers? But once we get energy shield, it should be pretty much game over. Because I kind of did that test to see how well it holds up. I was doing, God, what was it, like player 7 sorceress with like 3k mana. And that was still on the sorceress we have. She was holding up pretty decently, but because it was on player 7, it's big difference in damage from players 1 to player 7. Mana burn is still one of the biggest problems that I've actually seen. There's no counter to it either, even with having energy shield. They would just like mana burn my goddamn mana away and then make energy shield pretty much completely useless. And then like it would take like either hordes or enemies or like champions uniques to really drop her energy shield down from like the 3k, but otherwise she hanged in there pretty well. I mean, I was using for a lightning sorceress, so we're hitting like almost like, I don't know what, like 40k, close to 40. I was like 35 or 36,000 lightning damage with 3,000 mana. So archers were still kind of one of the bigger ones too, because they would just dwindle her goddamn mana down with having an archer that's like one archer mini boss with fanaticism, you know, extra fast with enchantment crap, and then you have like 5 or 6 archers behind her all pummeling at the same goddamn time. So archers are literally the bane of this goddamn game, and especially the ones that don't run away either. It's the ones that literally stand their ground, who are like I said, extra fast, you know, might have lightning chances with fanaticism, you know, that have cold damage. They will just stand there and just pummel you with arrows. Unlike some of the archers in like the beginning of the game, where they'll hit you and then run away. You know.
I need a key.
Well, good thing we got a few items to sell, huh? That's some gold. We're at 14 minutes right now.
What can I do for you?
repair my stuff. That's what you do. Miss Chaucy, you do not have what I'm looking for. I'm not so sure when she sells two-handed swords. Mr. Gede, you sell two-handed swords, but you do not. Huh. Well, I can always just jump on one of my other characters and put them in normal difficulty. I'm going to hunt for swords that way. I can probably gamble for some of them too. Garbage. I'm not gonna bother talking to you just yet. We have not reached Bloodraven level just yet. But yeah, I'll try to get this video out for you guys tomorrow. We'll definitely see. So, what do we got here? Sunny Fields. Oh, good. We reached this camp with what's his name? The hell's your name again? Bishbosh? Bishybosh? However you pronounce your goddamn name. Got here. Well, Rocket Issue ain't here, good buddy. And he ain't gonna save your butt either. And apparently, when I was reading them for some of the Diablo 1 thing, like Diablo 1 Hellfire, apparently they put the monk in that, which is extremely weird. I don't know how new Diablo 1 Hellfire is. If it's new or if it's old or what, but apparently everyone says it's really bad, though. Did I mess that up? Yeah, whatever. So we're already level 5. I should just grab that goddamn thing when I was there. I think we'll boost up to player 7 once we get Infernal's Cranium on. Because that'll give us resistance to 20 anyway, so that'll be more than enough gear. It's 17 minutes. We got a minute left. Count this. Bloodraven should be interesting though. Double skill shields. Jeez. This is definitely a unique map. It's like 4 skill trees in a row like that? That's like quite unusual. Like a big old party down here. What's going on, guys? Heard about the new fire sorceress coming into town and decided to throw a rave over here, huh? Alright. We'll kill these guys off real quick and then we'll end the video. Anybody else coming over here now? Alright, so we're going to end the video here. Like I said, videos are still being postponed until I see how the weather is. Like I said, I will try to get the new Diablo walkthrough this week if I can. Same thing with Friday. Should still be a trailer reaction. We'll see. But I will keep you guys updated on the Discord, the Twitter, and YouTube when I remember for it. But stay safe, health, sanitize. Hope you enjoy another Diablo 2 walkthrough. Because we got a lot more of them. Oh, God. That's really about it. So pretty much just kept you guys updated as best as I can. So stay safe, healthy, sanitize. Make sure to drop a like. Think about subscribing. Leave comments below, and make sure to check them all out. See you guys.